Hello there, welcome back to my channel, and this time it's the turn of icons that retired in 2023. We'll look back to see whether you did a good investment or not. Obviously, I keep saying this in the videos, the Lego collecting or Lego investing, it all depends on the price that you pay when you buy it. And the sets that I get, I will only buy it if I can get at least 30% off. If I can't get 30% off, then I don't buy it. You know, I mean, I've only once got FOMO and I bought one set basically because it was the last one and I didn't think I'd be able to get hold of it anywhere else, and I just thought, well, I'll get it, you know. And after that I kind of, you know, beat myself up, sort of thinking you shouldn't do that. It's basically, if I don't get 30%, then I don't buy it. I will just miss out on that set, and if I miss out on it, I miss out on it. It's just one of those things. There's no point trying to chase it, because like I do in these videos, when you look back and see that if you bought it at full price or even 10% off or whatever, and you're going to struggle to sell it, then you're always going to be having to liquidate your stock or sell it at a loss, or just kind of keep it for another year or whatever. And that's not what we're about. You know, you want to try and turn it over as quick as you can. I mean, me personally, I don't mind. I quite like having the big collection, and I sell a few at a time, but I quite like having it that it's there, and you know, hopefully in another year it'll do a bit more, another year it'll do a bit more. So when I go onto my Brickeconomy account and you see, oh, it's gone up a couple of pounds, or it's gone up another couple of pounds, or oh, it's gone down one, or whatever it is, you know, it's I quite like it, you know, just kind of looking at that. And you know, like I said in my other videos, looking back and seeing, oh, that more have retired, like the 285 that's retired in June or July. The next load will retire, and then obviously that number will go up. So I'm looking forward to that when they, you know, mid of the year, when they start retiring again. I've got more sets here that will retire again, so I'm looking forward to that. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, so this is icons that got retired in 2023, just to see how it's doing. First one is 10255 Assembly Square, 259.99. Brickeconomy value at 256, BrickSet 205, and Bricklink 280. Camel 3X has got a low of 144 and a high of £339, currently being sold for £278.99. On eBay it's sold for between £162 and £250. It's got 9 figures, 8 of them unique, valued at £18. 7,237 people want it, and that's got an expected good investment with an increase, or an annual increase of 10%. So at the moment there's a small increase from Amazon, like 278, but eBay it's sold for 250. So that's, you know, basically if you got 20% off, then you know you're making a few pounds on that, and that's it. Obviously with a set like that, you're going to keep it longer anyway. You're not going to try and flip that in a small space of time, unless you can get that for like, I don't know, 120 quid or something somehow. You're not going to flip it, you're going to keep it for a while. So that one there, it's not doing well yet, but it should do a lot better. Next one is 10265, the Ford Mustang, 149.99. Brickeconomy value 139, BrickSet 107, and Bricklink 139. Camel 3X is a low of 96 and a high of £859. It must be on drugs. Currently being sold for 145.81. On eBay it's sold for between £71 and £156, which is just over MSRP. 3,918 people want it, and that's another one that's got, Brickeconomy says it's a good investment, with an annual increase of 7%. So at the moment, unless you were the person that, I mean, there was no way they're going to get £859. I mean, you can list it on Amazon for whatever you want, but that's not exactly what you're going to get. So unless you're that person, at the moment you're just about breaking even. So obviously it's one of those things you're just going to have to keep for a bit longer. Next one is 10266, the NASA Apollo 2 lunar lander, 89.99. Brickeconomy value at 75, BrickSet 71, and Bricklink 104. Camel 3X has got a low of 98 and a high of 249. Currently being sold for £109.99. On eBay, it's sold for between £65 and £105. It's got two unique figures, valued at £9. 4,003 people want it. Brickeconomy says it's a good investment. I mean, at the moment, it's making a small profit. It's got a small increase. But with over 4,000 people who want it, I'm sure that will go up later. I mean, 4,000 people want it, so I'm sure later on they'll be wanting to shell out for it. So I'll have to wait and see. Next one is 10270 Bookshop, £169.99. Brickeconomy value at 187, BrickSet 144, and Bricklink 202. Couldn't find it on Camel 3X, so I found it on Amazon. Somebody's selling it for £234, some are selling it for £236, and some are selling it for £261. So all of those are not about profit if you get that money. On eBay, it's sold for between 163 and 270, so that's not bad, is it? It's got 5 unique figures valued at around £10. So 5,749 people want it. That's got a Brickeconomy says it's a very good investment with an expected annual growth of 10%. So that's already doing pretty well. So that should, not exactly going to go to the moon, but it's already selling on eBay £100 more than what MSRP. So that's not doing bad at all. Next one is 10273, The Haunted House, £259.99. Brickeconomy value at 276, BrickSet 192, and Bricklink 256. On Camel 3X, it's got a low of 198 and a high of 350. Currently being sold for £262.90, which isn't much over MSRP. eBay, it's sold for between 185 and 239. It's got 10 unique figures valued at £21, which isn't a lot really. And then there's 4,640 people want it. That's also got Brickeconomy says it's a good investment with an annual growth of 11%. So at the moment, it's, eBay, there's a little bit of a loss. Amazon, there's a little bit of an increase. But it's still on track, I think, to do well later. So hopefully that'll, give it another year, 18 months. That should be flying. Anyway, next one is 10276, which is, everybody knows, the Coliseum. £474.99. Brickeconomy value it at 690, BrickSet 611, and Bricklink 718. Now I couldn't find it on Camel 3X because obviously people are stashing it away, hoping that it just hits the rockets even more. But there is one person selling it on Amazon for £999. On eBay, it's sold for between £520 and £740. But the person that sold for £740, they took an offer. So there was another one that sold theirs for £700. So they're still doing pretty well out of it. And you could have got that for, I can't remember what it was selling for now. I think it's around 400. You could get it for John Lewis and that kind of thing. So it's not a bad investment. I mean, that's kind of like not the golden ticket type thing that people look for. If they just happen to be lucky enough to, when they retire, have 10 of them in their collection, and then it just goes mad. And that's what the reason people do Lego investing, isn't it? If you're lucky, you might get that set that nobody else has got, and that's gone skyrocketed. So 3,644 people want it. This is another one with a very good investment. When it first retired, it actually was, there was a 45% increase. Now it's gone down to a 16% annual growth increase. So nobody predicted that this was going to happen with the Coliseum, but literally as soon as it retired, it just went to the moon, didn't it? Yeah. Anyway, next one is 10278, the police station, £169.99. Brickeconomy value at 185, BrickSet 173, and Bricklink 234. Camel 3X has got a low of 136 and a high of 300. Currently being sold for 258.56. On eBay, it's sold for between 165 and 235. It's got 5 unique figures valued at around £10. 4,708 people want it. And that's another one with a Brickeconomy says a good investment with an annual growth of 11%. So it's doing well so far, and obviously every city needs a police station, so that should do well in the future. Obviously the police station, you know, a couple of years down the line, and people are building their cities, they definitely need a police station, don't they? So that should do really well. Next one is 10289, the Bird of Paradise, 89.99. This is another one that people didn't expect to do well, but it did. Brickeconomy valued at 111, BrickSet 107, and Bricklink 143. This is another one that's not on Camel 3X because people are still stashing it away for another year or so to see what they can get for it. There is one person on Amazon selling it for £189, so that's basically £100 on top of the MSRP. 2,602 people want it. It's got another one that's expected good investment with an annual growth of 8%. So I say this was one that was another surprise for people, but the cat's out of the bag now. So all of the flowers and that now, people are going to keep an eye on, and there won't be another one like that. It's always the first one of a theme that kind of does well, isn't it? Next one is 10290, the pickup truck, 114.99. Brickeconomy value at 110, BrickSet 96, and Bricklink 127. There again, couldn't find it on 3X, couldn't find it on Amazon. Somebody's selling it for 172.95, but there's also somebody selling it for 277.14. On eBay, it's sold for between £95 and £120. 2,671 people want it, and that's another one with a expected good investment, but with only a 5% increase. But there's a small increase so far. I mean, obviously the price is on Amazon, 277. Yeah, I don't think it's going to get that, but at the moment it's on the right track anyway. It's doing well, so it should be doing okay. Next one is 10292, the Friends Apartment, 159.99. Now Brickeconomy value at 224, BrickSet 203, and Bricklink 259. There again, couldn't find it on 3X. On Amazon, somebody's selling it for 379, and somebody's selling it for 412. On eBay, it's sold for between 205 and £300. It's got 7 unique figures valued at £47. 2,658 people want it. That's got Brickeconomy. It's got a very good investment with an expected annual growth of 25%. Now, obviously, because of the unfortunate thing that with Matthew Perry passing away, the value of this has shot up. So that's something that you know, I'm not saying that people will forget about it, but you have to kind of balance whether it's a good idea to keep it for longer or whether you need to get rid of it soon, because sooner or later, you know, I mean, I know that they keep doing reruns of Friends and things like that, and there could be more generations getting into Friends, but it's something you have to think about whether it's reached its peak or whether it's going to keep going. It's up to you. The next one is 10293, Santa's Visit, 89.99. Brickeconomy values at 103, BrickSet 77, and Bricklink 109. Camel 3X has got a low of 92 and a high of 269, currently being sold for 134.95. On eBay, it's sold for between £63 and £106. It's got 4 unique figures valued at £9. 2,444 people want it. That's another one with an expected good investment with an annual growth of 13%. That's doing well so far. Obviously, it's difficult to tell because the figures on that are coming up to Christmas, so there could be a bit of a bump. And obviously that will go down again after Christmas, and then in our next Q4 will go back up again. So we'll have to wait and see for next year what happens with that. Next one is 10299, the Real Madrid Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, probably missed something like that, 344.99. Brickeconomy value at 341, BrickSet 314, and Bricklink 400. Camel 3X has got a low of 389.99 and a high of £832, currently being sold for £499. On eBay, it's sold for between £325 and £380. 830 people want it. That's got an expected good investment with an annual growth of 5%. This has got some wild prices. I mean, on Amazon, a high of £832, currently being sold for £499. I mean, they may get £499 for £345 set. Obviously, it just depends on the football team, doesn't it? You know, we'll just have to wait and see. So far, it's doing okay, and it's in the right direction. So if you've got a few of those, then you should do well. Next one is 10497, the Galaxy Explorer, 89.99. Brickeconomy value at 71, BrickSet 72, and Bricklink 108. It's a bit of a difference there, but Camel 3X has got a low of 109 and a high of 160. Currently being sold for 126.91. On eBay, it's sold for between 86 and 120 pounds. It's got 5 figures, 3 unique, valued at 17 pounds. 2,591 people want it, and that's got an expected good investment. So at the moment, there's a small increase for that. I mean, obviously, it's sold on eBay for 120, so there's 30 quid more on that, though. But not doing bad. Yeah, it's okay. Next one is 76989, the Horizon Forbidden West Tall Neck, 79.99. Now, when I started watching the videos, this was literally on every video. You know, oh, the Forbidden Tall Neck. You know, get this. It's all, you know, in my top 10, all this kind of thing like that. You know, every video I watched, it was all like, you know, this is going to do well. This is going to do well. So we'll see. Brickeconomy value at 78, BrickSet 71, and Bricklink 99. Now, Camel 3X has got a low of 57 and a high of 120. Currently being sold for 114.99. eBay, it's sold for between 72 and 135 pounds. It's got 2 unique figures, but the sites disagree. One says it's got 1 figure, one says 2 figures, so I can't work out which it is, but anyway, valued at £15 anyway. 1,871 people want it, and that's got an expected annual growth of 11%. So far at the moment, it's doing okay. I mean, obviously it's an £80 set, sold on eBay for 135. And that could have been just a one-off lucky thing, or somebody really wanted it, but it's sold for 135, so not doing too bad. Anyway, so that concludes the icons. I'm just going to do one architecture and stick it on the end. So there's one architecture that retired in 2023, and that's 21054, the White House, 89.99. Now, Brickeconomy valued at 90, BrickSet 71, and Bricklink 94. Camel 3X has got a low of 60 and a high of 118, currently being sold for 109.95. On eBay, it's sold for between 70 and 100 pounds. 2,196 people want it, and that's another one where Brickeconomy says it's a good investment with an annual growth of 9%. Basically, if you got it at 20% off, then you're not doing too bad. But I mean, if you paid MSRP, then at the moment, or so far, there's only a small profit there. So we'll just have to wait and see, you know, see what happens next year. So obviously, with these videos that I'm doing at the moment, it's only been a year that these sets have been retired. So it's just it just gives you an idea of how they're doing. Some of these sets won't have made any increase yet, but some of them are doing well. So obviously you can decide then whether you want to, so because people are doing an 18-month turnaround. In 6 months' time, try and sell them off and make what you can. But we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously Lego at the moment, because there's so many people getting into it, I think the whole time is creeping up. So instead of it being 18 months, might be 2 years, it might be 2.5 years. We'll just have to wait and see. You know, certain sets are doing well, but other sets, you know, they're just kind of very slow burns. We're just going to have to wait and see. So anyway, that concludes the video. The next video will be Ninjago, what's retired in 2023. So anyway, we'll see you in the next video. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.